Welcome back, everyone. I'm Dr. Daryl Wolf, and here's your one a day. Welcome to Planet Earth, everyone, a fun-filled, life-threatening game for those that are conscious. So, what's the best way to enslave the majority? Let me tell you, the best way to control the majority of human beings on this planet would be to completely divide them from their inner world within themselves by suffocating their greatest power. This being self-love, which is the very essence granted to us from our Creator of all things. And to make things even easier for these slave masters, as soon as we begin to walk, talk, and create our own lives by standing up for who we are, the slave masters force us into a system that teaches us that it's wrong to be anything other than normal. Otherwise, putting an end to your unique, authentic self. Look at step 1, require daily attendance to an institutional system that focuses only on information provided by the slave masters. Step 2, make them attend this institutional system every day from the age of 5 until they are an adult, and repeatedly test them on this information until total indoctrination is completed, and this becomes the only truth that they know, the only truth that they will live by, and guess what? They will even die by. Give them an answer for everything so they question nothing about the world or themselves ever again. Scold them and humiliate them if they suggest an opinion that opposes the belief systems of the self-appointed slave masters. And then, to add fuel to the fire, confuse them about their own biological makeup so that they think that permanently altering their body is the answer to being a happy and, of course, unique human being. Keep reminding them of how cruel their ancestors were in the past and continually broadcast how cruel we are to each other in the present until fear and hatred is their only emotion. Only show them dramas, traumas, and life-threatening crises on the news so everyone becomes their own worst enemy, even their neighbor. Convince them that their ancestors were nothing more than murdering, thieving animals, and that their existence is completely random, so they believe they have no purpose or value. Make them believe that their Creator is always judging them and that suffering is the way to the Lord. And tell them that the humankind today is smarter than it's ever been, so that they do not question the system that has become their invisible jail. Provide them idols made from artificial beauty and use them as examples of what it is to look to be perfect, so that they're never content with their own appearance and cannot help but compare themselves to everybody else. Create numerous addictive digital platforms that rank them by numbers so that they base their self-worth off the amount of followers and the likes that they have. But, like any addiction, they will never be satisfied and will always crave more because an empty heart will always need filling on a daily basis. Teach them to not honor, respect, and love themselves. Teach them that love comes from the outside world. Teach them, guess what? To judge themselves, not observe themselves with love. Teach them to judge themselves with negative beliefs. Build a society around them that honors those who have money and dishonors those who don't. Poverty consciousness is the weapon. Whatever you feed gets bigger. If it's negative, it will feed on you until you have nothing and you feel like you are nothing. Make money their main focus, but make it so difficult to accumulate that they remain in a state of constant struggle and poverty thinking. Because the slave masters know whatever you feed gets bigger. Force them to dedicate the majority of their life to sick systems that poison whatever it touches. Tax them in every way possible and then tell them it's for their own benefit, so they do not question or think twice about paying it. Threaten them until fear has eaten them up and has also eaten up the majority of their paycheck. Take most of their time and energy throughout the week, but give them 2 days for themselves so they feel a sense of reward, so that they don't fight back or wake up to the realization that they are slaves in an invisible jail called civilization. Promote the consumption of poison in every social setting and celebration so that even on those 2 days off for good behavior, they remain disconnected and toxic from themselves, their family, and others they love. Inject their food with excess sugars, chemicals, and additive poisons. Make it cheap to buy, continually advertised, and accessible to everyone, everywhere, so that they never stop poisoning themselves or each other. With every celebration, they will become bigger, sicker. They will become an inflammation nation until they have mutation and die a slow, painful death, so we get all their hard-earned money. When their food makes them sick, prescribe them medications that will only mask the symptoms and dumb them down while the inflammation continues to rage inside of them as they become drug addicted and dependent on a system that feeds itself on the unconscious majority. As the majority grows weaker, this life-threatening system becomes stronger. Charge them so much money for this so-called health care so that they remain trapped in this constant revolving door of consuming, medicating, and working just to feed the system that enslaves them. And to complete the madness, we will cause chaos amongst them when it comes to religion, color, language, and gender, and blame it on a group of their own so that they form judgmental stereotypes, turning them against each other in so many ways that even if they were to connect one, they would be divided by another, because chaos and confusion is always the grand illusion. Just know this unconditional love for ourselves must be achieved to put an end to this slavery. Let me tell you something right now. Most people will never ever find unconditional love on this planet. And the only way that you can protect yourself is with unconditional love. And guess what? If you're not going to practice my 12 loving steps, okay, my BraveHeart 12 loving steps, where you go in the mirror and you actually are going to talk to yourself and say things like, I will honor, I will respect, I will protect and love you first and foremost before anything else or anyone else, so help me God. Then you'll never know what it's like to be free. How does it feel to have others always trying to fill up your little broken heart? How does it feel to be empty or worthless? Because that's what happens. Go to my library and check it out. It's the biggest self-care, self-love library, I believe, on the planet. And understand, check out bhnuniversity.com if you want to search for your gift, your passion, your purpose. And understand something, everyone. I will be doing a lecture tonight. And if you want to go to BHN University or BraveHeartNation.com, you can see where I'm lecturing tonight in Melbourne. I'll be coming on at 6:30. I'll be live on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I'll be on tomorrow night in Sydney at the same time, 6:30. And then guess what? On Monday, I'm doing what's called the perfect day for the greatest life. And I do mean that. Let me tell you something. Think about this. Those slave masters, there's probably only a couple 100,000 of them. And guess what? They have come together to strategize, okay, to give you not the perfect day, but to take away your day, to take away your money, to take away your health. And understand something. What if you were to put massive personal action into creating the perfect day? What if you were? What if you were to do that from the moment you rise until you close your eyes? What do you think would happen? You know what? You call it selfishness. I call it self-love. Okay? And there's only one healthcare, and that's self-care. And as long as you want to be treated, you're going to be mistreated. And when you decide you want to be trained and you want to be the one to crack your coconut and you want to be the one to fill up your heart, well, guess what? That's when everything will start. Your life will start. And you will see that you will become abundant on all levels. Monday, the 31st of July, 9:30, the doors open, and this is going to be happening just outside of Melbourne. It's called Belgrave South. At 10 a.m., I will be coming live, and we'll be live until 4 p.m. So 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. Now remember, that's in Australia, everyone. So if you would like to come, make sure that you check out bhnuniversity.com or braveheartnation.com and then reserve your seat. But if you can't call in or something happens, just drive. Just get there. It's free. Okay? Like everything should be. The air we breathe, the water, okay? The food, everything should be free. This is our planet. Together we can take it back. Monday the 31st of July, Belgrave South, black building on the right at the back of Belgrave South Primary School. That's where I'm going to be. And understand something, everyone. I'm not going to ever stop talking. I am never going to ever stop believing in you. And I mean that. Listen to me. What if there were no colors? What if there were no languages? Okay? What if there were no races? What if we weren't racing against each other? What if we weren't competing against each other? What if we truly loved ourselves and we truly loved each other and we stopped judging each other? Let me tell you something. They want us to tear each other apart. Let me tell you something. You want to get back at them? Put a smile on your face. Put your shoulders back. Okay? 3, 2, 1. We got this, Bravehearts. Love yourself at every moment. Because guess what? You can only experience the moment. So put a slight smile on your face. No matter what goes on in the world, okay? They made it up. They're going to try to create chaos after chaos after chaos. What if you were bored of all their nonsense and all you did was yawn and you kept a slight smile on your face? And what if you, every morning you got up and you said, how can I have the most beautiful, perfect day of my life? What if you did that? What if you did that? What if you got up on the right side of the bed because you loved being alive? Let's work together on that, will we? Okay? You have a beautiful day. I got to get ready because I'm going to be heading to my next lecture this afternoon. Just know this. That which you call source, that's what you call creator, and that which you call God does not want you to suffer at all. Okay? That was made up by mankind, and mankind is not kind. He's a manipulator. All right? You don't have to trust me. Make me prove that I'm worthy of your trust. God bless. Bye now.